Thing that's not true.
Well, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. It is the Hotel Orloff, episode 989. It's June 3rd, 2024.
As these things were going on, I knew that he was with.
Did you know about Dr. Moran?
Watching Dr. Fauci being grilled
Dr. Moran's
in Washington.
Dr. Basic was his friend. I did not engage in any of their interaction.
And opening a package here.
Just last thing, if I may share, you
So,
testified and answered the chairman's question that you never had any communication with the intelligence community throughout all.
how are you wonderful folks doing out there?
I said I did have communication. I was briefed by the intelligence community multiple times during the COVID issue.
You never.
Gentleman's down fired and now recognized as ranking member of the full committee. Mr.
Well,
from Maryland.
Since Wednesday, we've been
First, Dr. Fauci,
having telethons and raising money to help Marania Valkonen, member of the comic book neighborhood here.
No, I think I made it.
From her and her husband were facing a possible eviction today, and she needed $4,000 for 2 months' rent. And last I checked, she's raised $5,100. And I'm waiting to hear whether or not the money got there in time before the sheriff arrived. And I don't know, maybe some of you in the chat know, because it was like a nail biter. You know, they were waiting for the money to get transferred in their account, and so they could get the money to the evil organization of landlords, Spectre, BlackRock, whatever you want to call them. So I don't know.
That is correct.
Someone must know. I've been at work. Maybe I've been contacted. I just don't know because I don't really read in all that much. All right, so we're opening up this package from Gotham City Comics. Gotham City Comics says he needs to be thrown in prison. He's not referring to me. He's referring to Dr. Fauci, yes. Because you know what? Drew? Drew is my beagle here. Dr. Fauci tortured beagles. Marjorie Taylor Greene tears him a new a-hole here in a minute about that. Again, nicely packed from this that happened to be Gotham City.
They would rather.
Kevin, Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, was just commenting. And this package is from Kevin. Oh, here's my wife. Laugh out loud at evil organization of landlords. Have you heard something? Greta or Cleo, my wife, who goes by many names, do you know if she got the money there in time? Oh, look at this. On the very top is... Yeah, oh yeah, man. I see how it's done.
I told him that as soon as possible,
this is a shirt.
Of evolutionary biologists together to carefully examine the data to determine if his concerns are validated. He should do this very quickly.
This is a shirt for my wife.
They should report it.
Although I would wear this shirt, but I think it's probably more appropriate for a girl. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It would be important to quickly get
pretty neat.
Cause of his concern by experts in the
field
of coronaviruses and evolutionary biology.
A vampire shirt.
In the meantime, I will alert my
pretty cool
colleagues of my conversation with you and Christian in determining what investigation they recommend. Let us stay in touch.
I love Marjorie Taylor Greene, says my wife. I know nothing. I see nothing.
The possibility of a lab leak?
What is she talking about?
Yes.
I'm watching while I'm at work. Oh, okay. I just got off work. I just worked half days. This is funny. This carton has been packed by Kevin Johnson. How about that?
Absolutely not. And that's the reason.
You know that this is an inside joke. The Marvel Comics started using a different distributor to ship their miserable comics to the stores, and they were all arriving dinged up and everything. So then they realized, oh no, we're getting all these returns. So the next week they actually fixed the problem, and they all the boxes were better packed, and they all had little things that said this box was packed with love by blah blah blah. So anyway, let's see what's in here, man.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
Of course, I know what's in here, but I've forgotten. That's the wonderful
During the course
people. Why do people say Alzheimer's is a horrible thing? What's wrong with them? Every day is Christmas. Every day is a surprise. Why do people complain about Alzheimer's, man? Every day it's like, oh, you're my son, you're my daughter. I had no idea I had a son or a daughter. That's great. When have you ever been delivered a present like that from Santa, a full-grown 30, 40-year-old son or daughter? It just doesn't happen from Santa. And I've forgotten what I ordered from Kevin, so it's kind of like Alzheimer's pays off. It's like Christmas morning. It's all going to be a surprise. Now, before you get upset, I'm obviously joking. I have to put that caveat in there because some people don't have a sense of humor, and they'll get their panties in a wad and get all upset. Groucho's so mean. He's making fun of Alzheimer's. You know, there was a time that Howard Stern was funny. I swear to God, he was really funny. I loved Howard Stern. Loved Howard Stern.
And I want you to follow the mountain.
I don't know what happened to him. Same thing that happened to tons of people that I used to admire that just turned into idiots. But
That it was absolutely impossible.
he was at some telethon and he tested out like a muscular dystrophy telethon or something, and he got in a wheelchair and he starts wheeling around. He said, "This is great. Why do people complain about being in wheelchairs? I want to be in. I want to do this all the time. You can get around fast. Look, you do." It was really funny. But you just have to have the right sense of humor. And some people don't have it, and you have to explain it to them. It's okay. I'm joking. Or maybe I need to get a little soundboard with a laugh track, and I'll press a button so people know when I'm being funny.
I believe that Dr. Dashak was untruthful to this committee in one of
All
his
right.
reports to NIAD. And
So,
the two most sensitive.
This is actually valuable because it's the autograph of the owner of the finest comic store in the civilized world. This store has been open and operated continuously, almost in the same location. It moved a few blocks away, but it's been open and operated since before the Civil War. It opened in 1857 in Mesa, Arizona. Before they invented comic books, this store was open. And anyway, this is an autograph. So what's going on about people talking here? Greta says, I ordered us some no cook Monday, but only got a half order. It'll be ready at 5. Is it 5 yet? It is 2. Some girl got mad at me for posting a meme about borderline personality disorder, so I told her to pound sand. They are a pain in the keister anyway, LOL. What, people with borderline disability? Borderline what? Borderline personality disorder. What exactly does that mean? They're just morons? Okay, these are the stickers I like to put on the front of my short boxes. So he sent me a couple of these, a donation to the cause of making my comic book room look less tacky. Because there's nothing uglier than a bunch of white cardboard boxes. So you got to decorate them. Okay. Why, it's Mad number 1.
Well, that wasn't us. If that was being done, it wasn't us.
Officially, this will be available in the stores tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on where you shop for comic books. But this is the latest facsimile. If it was a real EC comic, it would be slightly bigger, and it wouldn't say $3.99. It would say 10 cents because it came out in 52, I believe. So anyway, let's look at this. It's the closest I'll ever come to owning a Mad number 1. I saw a Mad number 1 once in a half-price books. I think they had $500 on it.
One side says one side says one thing.
And it seemed to be in pretty good shape.
And the actual
But
fact would be that sometime
it's funny, says my wife, because she was like a bulldog towards my friends. So less Facebook stress for me from a know-it-all stranger.
said, hey, let's see what happens if we go over here and do this. Not that it
Yeah,
but they on their own went off.
I don't mess with Facebook much except to post pictures of dogs being reunited with their owners or dogs dancing or something. I could care less about Facebook. But
a year grant in a 6.
I'm on YouTube a lot.
So, I mean, if they were gonna do something on the side, they have. plenty
And I
of
listen to
money
people
do it.
pontificating on and on. Of course, I'm doing that now.
$20,000.
So I shouldn't talk.
To do it.
But
And I appreciate that because it means something could happen. I'm glad you kept an open mind.
I don't pretend to be an authority on
I
anything.
think they could have done it with.
I don't brag about my knowledge. I'm not going to insult someone that just started on YouTube because I started 5, 6 years ago. When did I start? I think 5 years ago.
Before we gave them.
It's like, unless you were the guy that started it and pretty much I'm not pretty much, Captain Strangelove started
But you can't say
this format of just basically talking about comic books on YouTube. And that was 14, 15 years ago when YouTube was invented. And then everyone else came along. You know what I hate are the people, that say, I'm an OG, what do they call it? Comicsgate person. I've been doing this for years. I'm a Comicsgate person.
Like 5 months ago, Dr. Fauci sat for.
Yeah, who gives? Listen, Comicsgate. Well, I don't know. How old are you is the first thing I say. Because I wrote comic books off decades and decades ago. If you were still reading comic books and got offended because 10 years ago, some people took over the comic industry and started to mess with your favorite characters and bring in all the woke stuff, and you got offended by that. It's like, why weren't you already gone? What was wrong with you? There was nothing. I maybe you're younger and you appreciated the comics of the 2000s. I don't know. They chased me out years ago, blowing up everything I love with Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I hear people talk about, oh, it's so beloved. I love Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah, who cares? Nice art, beautiful art, beautiful writing, but it's it's the destruction of everything I loved in comics from DC. And I don't care about the death of Superman or all of this cynical stuff. Vote, call this 1-800 number and decide whether we kill Robin or not. What a ridiculously sick and disgusting thing that is.
I don't want to be casting.
And I like Instagram. Yeah, I guess so. Meyer Greenblatt says, hey, just getting here. I am busy packing. Ahoy, Meyer. Have you gotten your package from Gotham City? Because if you wanted to pop on just for a little bit with your package from Gotham City, I could show one item I got, and then you could show one item you got, and it could be a double unboxing of a comic book haul. Anyway, we're here to look at this. Mad. See, it's got the original ad on the back from the 50s. All of these great ads. Highly recommended.
So there wasn't that scientific evaluation of it. What I believe the CDC.
Kevin, you're watching, right? From Gotham City. Could you pull one more copy of this and put it in my pile? I may have asked you that the other night. I don't know. But I'd like that.
The CDC made that recommendation.
I know I hate to sound like one of those cretins, but I'd like to own 2 copies of this. I'd like to put one in my spinner rack. Yes, I'm here. Yeah. Have you sold out of this thing, or could I get one more copy? I'm sorry to be such a pig. Anyway, the first issue of Mad was not. You got this wonderful John Severin story, Varmint,
in the response.
And then you've got a Will Elder story
I have to go
called
back
Ganeffs.
to the Zika outbreak where.
And look at this wonderful letter page with the ad for Weird Fantasy and these picture stories from the Bible.
Was sexually transmitted.
I'll tell you about that in a minute. Then you've got this Wally Wood story
You learn unfortunately as we go along. Talk a little bit about
called Blobs,
the Zika
and
and how that
this story from Jack Davis
your microphone.
called Hoo Ha.
I'm glad you brought
Of course, Hoo Ha became a rallying cry for Mad. Now, what's different about the first issue is they hadn't fully gotten the format in place. What it is right at this point is kind of making fun of comic book genres, comic book horror comic books, crime horror comics, and Western comics. Broad parodies just of genres. Then they would hone it in and do a parody of Flash Gordon in later issues, of Mickey Mouse, of Archie, and they would copy the art style of those books almost exactly. And that's when it became brilliant. This is Mad in its original gestational form. Okay, picture stories of the Bible with the EC logo on it. You see, there was a guy named Max Gaines that pretty much was there, the founding of comic books. He's the guy that first published Wonder Woman and kinds of stuff like that. He
the Democratic staff report gets completed.
He is a comic book publisher. He was out on a speedboat and got in a wreck with the boat and got killed. And his son was just out of college, and it's like he inherited a comic book company. He had no interest in doing comic books at all. So, but there he's inherited a company. So he's, and one of the books that they always sold was picture stories of the Bible, and from that company, which was called Educational Comics, EC. So his son takes over and changes it from educational comics to entertaining comics. And he still was trying to get rid of these picture stories of the Bible with ads and Mad and Tales from the Crypt. But what he did is he started doing really great horror comics and even better science fiction comics. And these stories were written with O. Henry endings, that's a highbrow reference. I'll get a little lowbrow for some of you, like Twilight Zone, Rod Serling. And not that, no, Rod Serling wouldn't be considered lowbrow, but it's television. O. Henry is a literary reference to something you might read in college. That's the only difference. Anyway, EC stories were great. The art was great. It was a high water mark for comic books, and it was being done by someone that hated comic books, but he decided to do comics the way he would, I'll make them the way I'd like to read them. And so very successful. Unfortunately, some of the authorities thought that his comics were a little too out there. So
No.
okay, wonderful. How about that? Oh, some of these books are packaged together. Let's see what we got here.
Quote, I've heard these conspiracy theories, and like all conspiracy theories, they're just conspiracy theories. That's what you told the American people.
Fantastic painted cover on
I've also
Little Beaver,
very clear and said multiple times, but I don't.
Which I think I was talking about on the phone the other day. Actually, I think I did it live on the air, didn't I? I was picking out stuff. I think this was a present. I think he just threw this one in. Little Beaver is the sidekick to Red Ryder, and Red Ryder was a huge hero of comics,
Appreciate that.
movies, on the radio, completely forgotten today, except as MacGuffin in A Christmas Story, the Bob Clark movie, because little Ralphie wants a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas, and of course you'll shoot your eye out and all that. So that's so Red Ryder's remembered for the toy BB gun that he hawked.
Between 2021 and 2023.
I think my wife's, hey, what's up?
Okay, so somebody received this.
Somebody did, but not me.
What an improvement, my new glass.
I see.
Oh, okay. My wife, you want to show them or me? Okay, you can't. Can they see?
I want to make sure.
Yeah, sure, I'll sit down.
Okay.
Or I could just come in the picture.
Well,
You don't have to move anything.
I might have to move. The camera's on a rung of a ladder.
My glasses, I've been wearing them for 3 years and they're like scratched up and I'm over it. So this is going to be the new frames.
Oh, look at that. Can they see? Can you see that it's like bat wings? Turn your head to the side. Or hold on. Oh, let me hold the glasses.
I think it's an improvement.
Okay, do you see how, look at that. That looks pretty damn cool. It's like right out of a comic book or something an alien queen would wear in a something.
And those were the tame ones. I was going to get really crazy ones, but I didn't. So
Where's your vampire shirt?
I need that because I'm going to go hop in the shower. Thank
yeah.
you. Love you guys.
Cool, horrific animal research.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna kiss me? Is it?
Hell no.
I didn't know what. It was an awkward moment. I didn't know what's going on. Let's see what people are saying here.
You old grump sitting here talking smack to people. Stop being mean.
Stop being you.
Mean.
I thought you said stop being me.
That's messed up. I wouldn't say that.
What did I say that was smack to people?
Whatever, man. You're always on here making enemies.
No, I was just listening to people bragging about how they were members of Comicsgate, and I could care less.
Kind of talking about that, but I thought about it.
It's all right. I've dropped that subject. I'm proud of you for being a member of Comicsgate and for being on YouTube for 10 years, almost as long as Captain Strangelove. But as far as I'm concerned, Captain Strangelife's the only person if you were second or third, it doesn't really matter. Gotham City Comics, I wrote myself a reminder to pull another. Those are cool glasses. Those glasses are very cool, says Dr. Fives.
Those are my amigos.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
All right, cool. So Little Beaver comics. And here's Swiss Family Robinson.
My time has expired.
Well, I signed off with them because they were approved.
Yeah, we spent,
Now recognize my single from the.
I don't know how many hours doing telethon, raising money to help someone, and then I lost 2 subscribers. It's like, that son of a bitch, he's helping people too much. I don't know. Only I can lose 2 subscribers by helping keep someone from being evicted. But I still haven't heard what happened. Does anyone know? I don't know what edition this is. These things were reprinted a bunch. It says October 47. Pages are nice. Little bit of tanning or browning on the inside front cover, but
no evidence.
Looks good.
Allegations by my Republican colleagues, amplified in the media, have led to real.
Here's Daniel Boone.
In his personal life.
Oop, there's 2 books here.
That should be unacceptable to all Americans. Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, they wanted to bring Davy Crockett back. You know, Davy Crockett was a huge hit. Disney had a hit with, I think, 3 TV movies in the mid-50s, and every kid was wearing coonskin caps. But basically, in the last movie, Davy Crockett gets killed off at the Battle of the Alamo. And it's like, oh, well, that's the problem with doing an historical character. they actually had an end to their life. You can't just keep doing stories with Fess Parker.
Because you know
So
what? You're human, just like the rest of us. So, Dr. Fauci, can you please?
about 10 years later, the Southern Network, non-Disney, ABC was always the network that had the Disney stuff. Even till today, you know, they're all tied in.
Emails.
So anyway, so they bring Fess Parker back, and they said, well, the other folk hero from American history was that had a coonskin cap was Daniel Boone. He's a good 60, 70 years earlier in history in the 1700s instead of the early 1800s. But, you know, we can make us, oh, it had a great theme song. Wasn't that great the way the axe, the tomahawk or axe, it was the axe, right? It's thrown and it split a tree in half, and that great theme song that all the kids on the playground, even in the 70s, were still singing obscene versions of the Daniel Boone theme. Insane. These came from the collection of a teacher in the 1950s that taught third grade, and these were in her classroom library, and her daughter became a teacher and brought these in to Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, and sold them. And then it was April 26th that Kevin Johnson at Gotham City Comics got these, and I was informed of it, and Meyer Greenblatt was informed of it, and I was just like, oh, I've got to like do a video call with Kevin and see what all these books are. And I'm sitting in this restaurant, it's like, oh, I got to get in touch with Kevin. Gotta, you know, fingers are trembling because I'm insane with my comic book frenzy. Oh, look at this 2-page spread. And then my phone goes off, an alarm goes off on my phone, like real loud. And then everyone else in the restaurants, their phones go off with an alarm. And then we look outside and it looks, oh my God. And then everybody's face starts getting pale, and they bring us all back to this room in the back of the restaurant with brick walls, no windows, and we hear this horrendous shaking and something's coming. It sounded like I thought the whole town was being destroyed and a tornado was coming, but it was just the sound of baseball-sized hail hitting the roof of this building that was built in 1897. And then afterwards, we went out and looked at our cars, and everybody's windows were cracked incredibly, or in some cases just smashed out, and the cars all looked like the exact spot I was in was the worst hit in the town square.
And their family through what they see their colleagues being put.
So,
well, you're right.
It's
feeling that way. In fact,
I was real concerned about these books, and then Mother Nature reminded me maybe there's other things to be concerned about. What are these people saying in the chat? But Dr. Five says, love Daniel Boone TV show. Absolutely, man. There are these books that Kevin got, and I said, man, oh yeah, I want those, man. That's my shit, man. I love that. And he said, well, I want to read them first. So I guess he read them, because here they are. It's I love the Secrets of Sinister House from DC. This was my time period, this 20-cent era. Someone apparently tried to sell this for 10 cents at a garage sale once.
Dr. Fauci, did the National Institute of Health fund
Wonderful stuff.
the potentially dangerous enhanced potential pandemic pathogen?
Got some reprints in the back from, looks like the mid 50s.
I would not characterize it the way you did. The National Institute.
It's the monster size monsters. It's
to the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Everything wonderful. These little army men here.
The possibility of emerging infections.
We're this big. And the box that you get all the tanks and everything in was about this tall, and about you know.
16th.
I'm saying no.
My brother ordered a Civil War set from a comic book, and I wonder if I still have any of those. I think I still have some of the little Civil War guys. There was a little bridge that would blow up. The bridge was about this big and had a rubber band that would snap and cause the bridge to blow up. So that's Secrets of Sinister House 18. And this one is number 11.
This morning. My question to you, Dr. Fauci, if the NIH didn't inspect the Wuhan Institute of Virology and NIH
Look,
didn't
nice
receive
Sergio Aragonis
data from China
art.
and the required reports from EcoHealth Alliance were not submitted.
I guess he's the only
How can you
surviving
say that the
guy
NIH
from Mad.
did not fund the dangerous gain of function research?
I go back.
Thank
to
you,
what I
fans, for
said.
making the first issue a sellout.
Function
Reserve your copy of issue number 2 at your news dealer. That was snapped up by fans.
does not include at all the
Um,
viruses that were studied under the
How do you know that, sir, if there were no lab books,
Because
nothing from China?
We know
Someone-
what viruses
some little artist,
How do you know? You never.
some little artist added some hair to his chest there.
Research on these
But I'll forgive the original owner for that.
Somewhere in China was doing something else.
Well, and that's
Not
For altering the art of Alex Nino. Look at the splash page. Look at that.
I'm gonna go on to the next.
Well,
question.
Because
what I'm saying.
Dr.
the connection to the original owner of the comic is a very sacred thing.
February 24th, 2021.
I don't necessarily look at it from the point of view of people that slab comics, as you know. That's another thing that causes me to offend people. I collect with a whole different purpose and reason than the average person. What are people talking about in the chat? I got right to the radio is a little too loud. It's not the radio. Is it too loud? You can't hear me at all? Or is it just rattling your nerves? Okay.
Attempts to restrict the freedom of information. Public documents. Did your friends communicate with you about official business using his private email?
Official business? No.
Did you ever encourage Dr. Moranis to use his private email address for official business?
No.
My next question.
See, I don't really respect the viewers enough to turn sound off in my house. Robert Harrison, they were marked like that in secondhand bookstores, Magic Marker, before comic book stores. Yeah, sometimes they were. And some, that could be, yeah, it could be. Yeah, it also could be a garage sale. You don't know. You froze, but I can still hear. Maybe it's my connection. Really? Am I frozen, guys? I'll wait and see what people say.
Which was sent to you for editing. Proximal origin pushed the natural origin theory. On April 16, 2020, the NIH
Okay.
director, Dr. Collins, emailed you.
Seriously, do any of you 14 people know if Maranya was able to get everything done? And I really would like to know. Yes, froze. I'm frozen. Okay.
Dr. Collins' request to suppress the lab leak theory, you cited the Nature Medicine article, which discounted the lab leak theory from the White House podium. My question to you, sir, did you cite this article at the White House because
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And by the way, no, we don't have it. So I get tired.
End of the month, we have another toy convention here by the shop.
Not there.
Can you guys hear me or see me? What's going on?
That's just incorrect. Now, let me just say a couple of things. I sound a little outraged. That, you sit here, watch one after another get shit on. And if I
Nobody knows.
personal privilege to the young woman from New York who wanted to argue that we should be worrying about testing human medicines on animals. If this committee really wants to do something, let's talk about the most
Frozen, but hear you.
study in the United States, the Tuskegee study, where 400 black men in this country were injected.
Let me go out and let me figure this out. I can hear you fine, but when did it freeze? What was I showing when I got frozen?
Let's talk about that as well. I'm going to talk about COVID right now. Mr. Chairman, I have the floor, Mr. Chairman. I want to say to you, Mr. Chairman,
Ask you to suspend.
thank you, Chairman. To you, here's where you go to get your good name and your reputation. It's the most unfair thing I have seen.
How's it now?
If there were facts that supported the charges, I, like everybody else, would be interested. But
I was ready to adjust the radio volume.
to suggest that these accusations.
What?
You've been a hero to many for 54 years, 5+ decades. You helped lead this country through the immigrant here, through AIDS, through
Okay. Tell John Goris, thank you for that GIF. Okay. Yes, thank you, John Goris. That's cool. That Batman GIF was incredible. Okay, now, says I am one of us. You are good now, says Gotham City Comics. Okay, so I didn't show any comics. I just was complaining about having to stand up. Robert Harrison says, yay, you're moving. Yeah. That's what they said when Lazarus came out of his tomb. Okay. So here's another facsimile. Weird Mysteries.
And we are here now as a result of the aggregate amount.
Where's the price?
That is taking place. And I've always said.
Oh, I see it. It's a little.
Let's go back.
This facsimile. Let me take it. They have little seals on these facsimiles that come from the.
Where we wanted to wash down our groceries.
Personally put on by Roy Thomas. No, I'm kidding. It's his company, or he's a part owner. I don't know how it works, but it looks like the cover might have been printed a little too dark because you can't really see some of the text, like it says June of 1953 there, but it's very hard to see, and the 10 cent is real hard to see there. But this is the closest any of us are ever gonna be to owning this book. I don't know, unless you're one of those rich people that.
One thing is clear. Those one
And this, yeah, never mind. It looks great inside, man. Oh, I love this ad. I've always loved this ad. Save your hair. Anyway, it's really nicely done, shot from an original comic book. I believe if you like this book, you can contact Kevin Johnson at Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. I think he still has a couple of copies of this there. I'm pretty sure I saw one on his wall the other day when he appeared.
To make sure that COVID raged in this country.
My wife says she keeps changing identities. That's the same person. It was Greta a minute ago. It was so hard to get that GIF to you, Kevin, but we persevered. Okay, so I don't know anything about computers, and so my wife somehow got intervened to get that GIF from John Goris to Kevin, and it's basically, makes a perfect little ad for Gotham City Comics with the little animated Batman. Anyway, this is
Somebody's good name. Think about
multiple personality disorder. What are you talking about?
trying to find a way to get justice. And so on behalf of those of us.
Look at this Basil Wolverton story.
Grateful nation, thank you for your service.
Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, these pre-code horror comics are huge now, so you'll never be able to afford them. So just face it and buy these facsimiles, or buy the little hardcover reprint ones, because that's the only thing we can afford. Only thing normal people can do. But if you're a member of BlackRock or one of Dr. Fauci's associates, maybe you could buy these. If you were Hunter Biden and have lots of money from the Chinese and from your father, you could probably get real pre-code horror comics. Again, from the same company, and I'm gonna I'm gonna pull the real Golden Age comics from this rack I've got upstairs and just stock it only with these facsimiles. And you see there it says facsimile editions, a little sticker there. You used to have to break that seal to open it. Now they put the seal underneath the lip so you can. And the bag is on here simply to have the barcode there. And I always joked saying, I don't know why comics have barcodes, because no comic store I've ever been in had a wand to read a barcode. No comic store. And I've been in a lot. So it's the waste of space on a comic cover. And then as soon as I started saying that, Charlton 66 let me know his local comic store has that does use barcodes. And I'm like, wow, they're fancy. But I mean, have you ever been in a comic store that rang up comics that way?
Early on, it became clear.
They may be
No, in the beginning,
a rarity, an anomaly. I don't know. This features Lance Lewis, Space Detective. It's Startling Comics number 49.
Early on, it did.
Oh, he says, yes, they just put that sticker on incorrectly. Well, I like that they put it on incorrectly, because the other ones I kind of had to tear it in half.
I think what's troubling.
It's a cool ad on the back. This one actually, the cover is almost like cardstock, which I don't. Yeah, which is great. It almost feels like a coloring book. The cover's a little stiffer, which is good. Oh man, look at this Tigra. I wasn't expecting a Jungle Girl comic on the inside. I'm sure Jambo already has this book, so he probably has an original. Here's you can make extra money by selling these. Do you want spending money? Sell these popular patriotic and religious mottos. Child's Prayer, The Way of the Cross Leads Home, God Bless America, My Home Sweet Home, God Bless Our Home. So you could, you're a kid traveling around, anyone would feel like a commie pinko not buying those from you.
Oh, maybe we should consider the latter. Oh, maybe we should consider natural immunity. We never heard these messaging coming from.
You just look at this little guy.
Sidelines talking about these things.
Gotham City Comics says way too much work to put POS stickers on everything here. would have to hire someone just to do that. POS means point of sale, but I when I hear POS, I think piece of excrement, piece of shit.
You said in that sometimes, if I recall correctly, those brands are often approved block in the app.
Yes, indeed.
And then you sign off on it.
Well,
Correct. This is one of the children's America.
June 3rd, I have a yearly ritual in June of getting a Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes comic or two from the 1970s, because in June of probably 1978, I remember mowing the lawn and getting a Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes comic. I remember the specific comic. I showed it a couple episodes ago.
Any of the taxpayer dollars that
Every June, I feel I've got to get a Legion of Superheroes comic that I don't already have. And sometimes I will go out and I'd accidentally buy one I already have, which leads to me to have multiple copies of some from this era. Of course, the 1960s is the ultimate, but the 70s is nothing to sneeze at.
confidence of the staff that
With this great art by Mike Grell. See his signature there.
now recognize these thoughts.
And so we went through Kevin's selection of these books, Gotham City, about a week ago, and I found one that I didn't have. So this is part of my June ritual that I would have, if we still lived back in Texas, I would have gone out to Duncanville Books and poured through their boxes trying to find one.
Because it bears.
But now a store in Mesa, Arizona is my local comic store. So, oh, this is in pretty nice shape.
Remain on.
Wow.
On the stand. And now during.
How about that, Liz Jones? So this give me something to read.
January discussed a number of topics regarding the public health response to COVID-19 pandemic, some of which we.
This issue is from, by the way, oh man, print. Why do you make the print so small?
Discussed.
I think that says January 78.
The recommendation that we maintain.
So November 7 of 77. So just a few months after Star Wars came out, is when this
And it was just really kind of a guideline.
came out. I'm recording this Dr. Fauci thing from, I just selected one feed, and it's just all the cameras only on Fauci, and it doesn't show the people asking him the questions. And so, but when it gets to Marjorie Taylor Greene tearing him a new a-hole, I want to see Marjorie Taylor Greene in the pictures she shows, her exhibits. So I may have to record that segment from another station after this is over. I know it seems all ridiculous. Okay, well, before this is really kind of right in the cusp of you being able to get video games to play in your home, the Atari 2600 and everything. That wasn't quite there yet. Indoor BB gun fun. It's a whole new game. Wonder how many parents bought that. It's like, oh, indoor BB guns, oh, that's fine. That wouldn't have flown in my household. Gotham City Comics says 224 was the first use of the Bullet DC logo. 224 of Superboy. Well, DC Bullet, the Bullet DC logo. What was the Bullet DC logo? I mean, I'm sure I would know it when I see it. I'm positive. Bullet. It was a DC logo that looked like a bullet. I don't know. Okay. This is not part of the 1 to 100 Fantastic Four. It's actually 109, but it's one I don't have. And
Before.
with the corner box, I still consider it Silver Age until the corner box goes away. This one, you can see the cover is cut crooked. Notice the way the words kind of go up. And then the corner box, you can see it's 15 cents, but it looks like it says 5 cents. Let's see what people are saying here.
Thank you for that. One pillar of the vaccine requirements was to have.
I can't get Amazon to come back and pick up my package. ARG and the UPS centers are far away. Gotham City Comics, that one in your hand has it. This is a bullet logo. That's called a bullet logo. Why is it called a bullet logo? I mean, I believe you, but package is here. I'll be on in a couple minutes. Oh, cool. Meyer just got a package from Gotham City Comics as well. So I'm almost done with my unboxing and we'll look at his. So stay tuned.
And just with the 17 seconds I have.
Thanks, Kevin. They look great. Oh, he's already opened the package. Higgy Pop says, hey there, Gratu. Hey, Higgy Pop. And Missing Mars says, Higgy. And Higgy Pop says, hey, Gotham City. And Gotham City Comics says, looks like the back of a bullet. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. Higgy Pop Comics says, Missing Mars, howdy. Okay, fantastic. Oh, boy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's several more Fantastic Fours I have on hold at Gotham City I need to get, but things aren't.
Thank you, Dr. Fauci, for testifying. Dr. Fauci, one of the controversial regulations
Look at this, man.
was the 6-foot distance.
Bug Bomb. I don't remember that model kit. See, this is right after Kirby left.
However, recently, I'm quoting,
But it was still wonderful with John Buscema doing the art.
do you think that a role that just appeared is substantial?
Kirby left, went over to DC.
Based on that 6-foot role? Congressman, thank you for that question. I answered that.
This is
for you. When saying it just appeared.
April 71.
Okay, you stated that earlier. What was your relationship?
So this came out in February of 71.
Which was not based in the current time. Well, when I say was not based in science.
So
Prospective
I would have been in first grade.
6 foot was better than 3.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, obviously the Moon Monster ad is cool, but this issue of Fear is one of the first Silver Age comics I ever owned. I traded my friend Sammy in third grade for that. He had bought it, off the rack, and I don't remember what I traded him, but I remember I got a Famous Monsters from him. I got a Star Trek Gold Key comic. I got that Fear comic from him, and I got Spoof number 5 from him. I'm one of the few people that's a fan of Spoof from Marvel. Higgy Pop says, yeah, Big John Buscema was a great backup. Yep. Look at this. Look at the artwork there, man. Look at the coloring there underneath the rock there, the red glow. That's probably Marie Severin's coloring. I would bet.
And you didn't feel an obligation as the lead scientist that did not.
You ever seen an issue of Grit? You always see the ads where they're wanting you to sell Grit door to door. I actually was at a flea market once and I saw a copy of the Grit newspaper. And it wasn't anything spectacular. It's just a little newspaper for the same type people that read Reader's Digest, or watch Lawrence Welk. It's just like a little newspaper they'd have there at the nursing home for people to read that won't offend anyone.
effective role to have 6.
YouTube has seemingly removed the thumbs up button. Maybe just on my videos. YouTube's doing crazy shit lately, man. I noticed I'm unsubscribed from Red Letter Media. I'm unsubscribed from Meyer Greenblatt, John Goris, Jerry the Jitterbug. And no matter how many times I try hitting the subscribe button, it says subscribed. I ring the bell, and then the next time I go, I'm unsubscribed again. It won't let me subscribe to my friends. And I don't know how many other people I've been unsubscribed to by the AI bots at YouTube. I mean, I probably had too many subscriptions, but why did they let me go over the number? And then this morning I was going through and unsubscribing from 20, 30 people that I don't ever watch or haven't put up any shows in years, and trying to free up spaces where I can resubscribe to my friends. Oh, wait, it's just a number next to the thumbs down button. A number, huh? Thank you. I never knew what grit was. Yeah, it's a newspaper, yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if I had this. I don't have it because there's 2 volumes and the covers look almost identical. But this is
I was not aware of that as it was occurring. It obviously came out during the hearings, but I was not aware of that.
Now, just for the record, I love Jungle Girl comics just as much, believe it or not, as Jambo Comics. It's just that Jambo Comics has boxes and boxes of them, and I only have a handful of them. And it's because I never had the money to buy them. But I love them, but I have to get my fix through, stuff like this. But absolutely wonderful. And it's not just the Jungle Girl comics, it's the company Fiction House. Fiction House Comics had wonderful science fiction, I mean, everything they did was fantastic. And before they were a comic book company, they were a pulp company. And
that supports what we said. There needs to be more oversight, and there needs to be more.
their pulps were unbelievably great.
I now recognize Mr. Garcia from California.
Just like their comics were above and beyond most of their contemporaries, those pulps were as well. Fiction House, most comic people don't know about the Fiction House pulps. But let's see what people are saying here. They put a limit on how many channels you can sub to. I think so. But I don't know what's going on because I don't have, I can't. Why it's look, but here's the thing. I can go to some new person that I've discovered and click subscribe, and it stays. But some of these people I've been subscribed to for years, like you, John and Meyer, it won't let me subscribe to you, and I never unsubscribe. Some of the 4-color fossils I got kind of upset with because never mind. I unsubscribed, and then I said, oh no, they're actually nice guys, it'll all work out. So I resubscribed, and it took, but my friends, I don't know what's going on, man. Okay, so this was the origin of this order, and I got this, and I paid half of this to Maranya Valkonen's GoFundMe to help her from being evicted, and I paid half of it to Gotham City Comics, and got this cool Tarzan 1950s reprints of Dell Comics. And then I thought, well, since I'm ordering that, I ought to get some extra stuff, and I kind of overdid it. Believe me, my wife let me know I overdid it, but I got to clear out my stuff from that whole It's not a whole pile, it's a whole box, man. I got a whole box of stuff.
Drug makers. The fact that's been hidden.
Anyway, it's hardcover Jesse Marsh art from Tarzan from Dill, and
Millions and hundreds.
just fantastic stuff. And I
Especially when the NIH and these government agencies, most powerful agencies in our country.
I've been a huge Edgar Rice Burroughs fan
And making up guidelines like 6 feet distance.
since, I don't know, 6th grade.
Do you think that's appropriate? Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor, you're Mr. Fauci in my opinion. Not
All right, that's the end of that haul.
right here. I reclaim my time. I reclaim my time.
Lady with the border.
In terms of the rules of decorum.
My wife says yes, they are picking who you can sub to. So what is going on? Why are they picking certain of my friends? Oh, by the way, John Goris on Internet Archive, Chirpy is there. Don't complain and take it down, because I want to record it first onto my DVD-R. But for those of you that want to see John Goris's Chirpy, the film that made him famous to the point where Damon Packard says, "Oh yes, I know, he's famous." It's something that could never be put on YouTube. Anyway, it's available on Internet Archive, as well as all the Marvel superheroes, 60s cartoons, and everything. With a lot of wonderful stuff on Internet Archive. Sean, I put a link. This is Gotham talking. Sean, I put a link to your channel on a community post with your GIF. Thanks for doing that. John Gross didn't know it was there. That's good, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, just don't complain and take it down until I record it. Okay, we probably Meyer coming in. Let's see what's going on. Yes, it is Meyer. H.
What's up?
Hey, not much. What's up with you?
Just really busy. I just thought I'd pop in real quick and show you these figures that I just got from Kevin.
Yeah.
So there's 5 figures total. The packaging is great. Like, these are going to look great when you put them back. You know, you can take them out and put them right back in the boxes, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, we saw them a couple days ago, but it's made to resemble a Halloween costume box by Ben Cooper from the early 70s.
Right. So there's different monsters on each side, so you can put them in a stack with, alternating, and then put one of the kid figures up against the stack of the boxes.
Yep,
Fantastic.
Yep. They're going to look great. So there's 5 total figures. We'll take a look at each one. I've got them all out of the package.
Yeah.
The first one is this little girl that's dressed up like the creature.
Wow.
So they have full articulation, and there's some swivel on the upper limbs too, and around the wrists, and then there's movement at the knees. But because the costumes are made out of kind of this pleather type material, that you don't really want to bend too much, because I don't want to risk what might happen to it over time. But there's great ankle pivot on the sneakers, and each kid has got a different color or type of sneaker that they're wearing. These bags are really nice. It's made of a thick plastic. It almost, in a way, feels it really is reminiscent of the actual bags from the early 70s that you would get at the dime store. The masks are not removable, but you can see the kids' eyes and some facial features through the inside and through the side a little bit.
This was a time in history where you got to throw out the first pitch of the Washington National.
And there's head and neck swivel a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit.
And watch such events.
I have that original mask.
It's great. These are really awesome. I really love them. They're going to look great on display. All right, let's look at the next one, which is the devil.
Everywhere. Remember the cardboard cutout fans? That was one of the most insulting thanks to Americans having to watch the game where you got to go enjoy the game. And sit right next to people.
All the bags and the pumpkins that they come with are different. 3 kids come with bags and 2 kids come with pumpkins. There's Velcro on the back of the costumes, so if you wanted to take the costumes off, I guess you could, but I wouldn't risk it at all. These are made by NECA Toys out of New Jersey.
Children in school were put in plastic bubbles because of your science, your repulsive, evil science. And let's go
Here's the
back-
Frankenstein.
Oh, wow.
He comes with a little pumpkin.
This is your own email where you said the typical mat you buy in the drugstore is not really.
That's great.
They feel really nice in hand as well. Even though the body styles look a little bit like Amigo, they're much heavier than the feeling of Amigo. It's a solid figure. They're not the plastic isn't hollow. They're pretty
Who's
hefty.
putting these out again? What's the company name?
NECA. NECA.
Oh yeah. They're very well renowned for their likenesses of Universal monsters and stuff.
They are. They have many properties signed.
I would say they're better than McFarlane, but no, not as many people know about them.
There's the Mummy.
He got these. John asked, "Where'd you find these online?" He got them from Kevin at Gotham City Comics.
Yeah, Kevin at Gotham City Comics. I think if you're interested, you could give Kevin a call. He might be able to help you out. I think he would. He might be able to order more, or he might already have more. I don't know.
I had the impression he has a set right now. He may have sold it, but I'm gonna have to wait for him to get another shipment because I can't afford a set right now.
And so here's the last figure. Number 5 is this skeleton costume.
Dr. Fauci, I am so sorry you just had to sit through that.
And he has a different pumpkin than the other one.
Quite frankly, you're hearing, this might be the most insane hearing I've actually.
So there is word. This is designated as wave 1. So there is word that there's another wave that will be coming out. So maybe next
Yeah, I've
year.
seen a kid with a Planet of the Apes gorilla warrior costume. So I
I
know.
saw that as well. I thought I saw a kid in an astronaut costume too, but I could be wrong.
It could be.
But they're great. And once again, the packaging is a big deal to me. I love when the packaging is of this quality, so that everything will look. I can include the packaging as part of not only as storage, but as part of my display and incorporate them into the display, because when you line them up, they look like costumes. They look. It is very reminiscent of what a Ben Cooper costume box looks
Could
like,
you
right?
stack 2 of them on top of each other with
Yeah,
alternating
I'm gonna
heads?
do that right now. I'll show you.
I remember how painful it was to close businesses.
The figures themselves are a little under 6 inches tall.
Well, flip one of them so we see different monsters. There you go. Well, the other way.
They're the same.
Yeah, but flip it the other
Oh,
way.
here we go. Yeah.
See, now you get to see all 4
Yes, like
monsters. So that'd look great with the little kids standing against the 2 boxes.
Yep.
And there's a total of 5, right?
Yeah, there's 5 total.
So the one they don't show in the box is the devil.
Is what?
The one that is not
No,
shown
they
is the
don't show the
devil.
skeleton.
Oh,
They don't show the skeleton on the box, right?
the skeleton or the devil.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you have a wolf
the set
man?
doesn't have a werewolf. There's no werewolf in this set.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, that's just because they're that's probably the original art from the 80s boxes. They just haven't given us the wolf man yet.
Yeah, they just haven't given us the Wolfman. Maybe that'll be wave 2. There was also a black cat costume that I remember that I had to wear one Halloween, and I was really disappointed because none of the good stuff was left. You know what I mean? And I really wanted the Ben Cooper, and it was that black cat, and it was kind of a girly thing. And so I was, in my mind, I was like, it's a Black Panther. It's a panther. And I was telling my friends, I'm a panther.
Yeah.
But you know the black cat I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Got a lot of work done. You want to go look real quick?
Yeah, I'd like to see what it looks like with everything boxed up.
You know what though? I've got some stuff on the table that, even though I'm packing, sometimes when I take a break, I'll unpack I'll take stuff out of the packages before I put them into the boxes because I haven't looked at them for a while. So
Yeah.
look at this World War
Huh.
Hulk figure.
Oh no. That must have been expensive.
No, not really. This is
Really?
Marvel Select. I think this is like maybe a 30 or I've maybe paid $29.99 for this, I think. $30
Oh
on sale.
wow.
Great figure. He's really big, really large, but he still can scale well with the Marvel Legends. Here's Doctor Strange from one of those movies that I didn't see, but I think it's a cool figure.
First movie was good.
And here's this Thor figure from also another one of those movies I didn't see, but I got the figure anyway because I thought it looked cool. I kind of have
Yeah,
this theme going on here. It's like I came across these figures that all fit together, so I pulled them all out. A lot of red capes, a lot of Thor universe and MCU type stuff. Anyway, here's this kind of cool Beta Ray Bill that's also made by that same company that made the World War Hulk. It's called Marvel
Yeah.
Select.
I
Also
don't think
about a $30 figure.
that's cool. Thor didn't have a helmet on for more than 60 seconds in all of the movies. If you put all the
Right.
time together, it was less probably than a minute of screen time.
Probably. And then yeah, this is this guy that was in the new Thor. Oh, you know what? I found a stack of Disney adventures. Look at this from the 90s.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Has done an analysis of this and shows that when people.
So I was looking through them, and then I was like, "Whoa! It's the first issue. This is the first issue. It's in really crappy condition. I don't really know where these all came from. I think they were in like a lot that I bought at a garage sale. You know what I mean? Like in a box.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
first issue.
I remember that magazine existing, but I never picked it up, I don't think.
I probably bought a couple issues for my kids, but these aren't ones that I bought when they came out.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me show you the closet real quick and show you how far I've gotten, and then I'll be done because I kind of got to get back.
Okay.
But let me show you. It's almost completely. Everything's. All the walls still have everything, but look at this.
Oh.
That whole shelf. Right now, all that's left is like large, big ticket items that take up a lot of space that are really big, like this huge Batman figure or that Catwoman or look, President Trump is left here.
Oh wow. That looks pretty good. When did that
this is
come out?
the best. This is the best President Trump figure that they've ever made, except for the 2.0 maybe that came after this, but this one still is the best one.
What
Came out in
scale is
2015.
he?
What's that? Oh, he's 1/6 scale, the same size as an old G.I. Joe, 12 inches tall.
Oh, so you could put him with a bunch of G.I. Joes.
Oh yeah, he's the exact size of a G.I. Joe. He has two head sculpts. That one, and then the one where he's smiling or like looking stern.
That's the better one. You should
Look
put
at
a
this.
scar on his cheek so he can officially be a G.I. Joe.
He comes with the OK sign.
Oh boy. They're really trying to poke the bear with that.
So this was made by this company called DID from China, and it's all kind of they do a lot of like unlicensed stuff. Like Trump wasn't the first one they did. They did Obama. They've done Hitler. They've done. I'm trying to think of who else they did. Martin Luther King. The only presidents I can think of that they did were Trump and Obama, though. But I could be wrong. But in addition, they make a lot of high end World War II and Vietnam, all kinds of military figures. They really specialize in it. This is like the kind of the highest end of this of 1/6 scale collecting. These are really well made figures. I don't feel like taking it out of the box because it's all packed in there.
No,
but I have other ones. Like,
I'm
look
not
at this.
encouraging you to unpack when you're packing.
This is kind of cool. This is from the same company. It's a Napoleonic French Dragoon.
Dr. Grant, your senior advisor, who you have tried today, listening to yourself,
But this stuff all needs to be packed. But look at all the boxes. So this used to just be a wall of toys. Now it's a wall of boxes.
has openly
Yeah.
bragged about how he subverted FOIA requests.
There's not much left. You know, it's looking pretty good. But that's where we're at.
That's
And
great.
then out here, it's just all the horses are gone. There's just that covered wagon. You can see the posters behind there, but just certain items are left, and then all the comics just need to be put inside of their boxes, which are in the back closet, and then everything can be broken down. We can take all the posters off. Yeah, that's it. Just as right now, all that's left is like big things or a couple fragile things.
Did you see the Western shelving thing I got?
Yeah, I did. That was really cool, man.
But did you
Yeah,
see?
it was
Did you
neat. I
see the
wish that
video I did
was
after I
neat.
put more stuff in it?
Yeah. I saw you when you were putting like cowboys and Indians in it. I maybe not. I might not have seen the end of it though.
Yeah, let me show you what it looks like now.
Yeah, take me off. I'm good. I have to get back anyway. Still have a lot more shit to pack. But yeah.
Okay. Ugh. What time is it? It's pushing through. It's after 3 o'clock here. So
Yeah,
yeah, let
it's
me show you.
1:13 here.
Yeah. I am one of us says, how much is it for the set of monster figures? And Fester says, where are you moving to, Meyer?
It's 125 a set, and I'm moving to Lake Tahoe area, to Tahoe National Forest.
This is the way it looks now. Put some light on it.
Oh man, this is great. We have a lot of the same figures. You know, we do. It's fun seeing what you have. You have a lot of stuff that I don't have. Like for example, that West German Civil War, those West German Civil War figures you have are cool.
Yeah, those I got like in kindergarten or first grade.
This is interesting. It's like somebody in the town built this, like your neighbor or something.
I don't. Well, they had two of them. The other one, you can tell it's homemade, especially you can tell it's just done on there with a felt tip marker. And the other one they've got there, one of these doors is missing. But I guess you could easily just cut one out.
Yes.
And write ER on it.
Or make two new ones so they would match.
But I think it was created to put beer cans in here.
Yeah, I saw you say that yesterday or something, and you're right. They fit perfectly. It was made for something else. Yeah, but yeah,
it wasn't
was
meant for this.
No. Maybe. How about paperback books? Do they fit in there?
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't. It's too short. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably beer cans. But no, not for this. You have a great collection, dude. You got some really cool stuff.
And down here are some embarrassing Funko Pops that are there until
Yeah, we'll pretend we're not looking
I can
at those.
get some
How about
other...
that rifle? Is that a Mark's rifle right there?
That's I saw a black and white TV commercial for it from the 60s. It was called Weapons of the World.
Yeah, that's Mark's. Mark's put them out.
Yeah. And it was
they came in a
being
little
given
case.
away free at the rummage sale at the museum across the street. It was in a box. They didn't know how to sell it. They just said, "Take me." So I that's where I got that
It was
from.
you got those other little guns. It was like last year or the year before. I think I remember that. Is that right? Did you get
That's
a
what
couple
that
others?
is. That's when I got it. Yeah.
That's a cool piece, man. You don't see those very much. You know, it's a neat little thing.
No. Um, so, um,
Marx really liked that phrase. They had warriors of the world and weapons of the world.
yeah.
Two different toy lines. Yeah.
So, oh, where'd the flashlight go? I've got these. These are like kitchen cabinets that were put up for a kitchen that was never installed, but I just put paperbacks in them, and
Yeah, that's great.
that's a '60s bottle of Budweiser. Oh, that's where Chewbacca is. Now I can reunite him with Han Solo here. And I think I even know where the weapons are. There's some Doc Savage books back there. But I just don't have enough shelving, so I thought, I'll throw the books in here. Um, there's some Fu Manchu books. Oh, I pulled those books out to show them on 4-color fossils, and I just never put them back in, right? That's the problem with pulling out books for shows, is they never get replaced back to their place, their proper place. Oh, look at this. Dr. Fibes rises again. I wonder if he's still watching from work. There's the,
Oh, that's great. I haven't seen that before.
yeah, it's the
That's nice.
novelization of the sequel. um, oh, this must be the, look at this. Is
Corbin
this
Project.
Colossus, the Forbin Project?
Yeah, that must
Probably.
be it. Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah. Charles Forbin, the creator of Colossus. You know, Horror Mike did a video on Colossus, the Forbin Project, and he talked about it's a movie about AI, and they won't let you see it. It's been pulled from view on streaming, and he must have gotten a zillion. He got tons of views, thousands and thousands, um, with that. And it's just a movie I remember used to be on Channel 11 in Dallas, like all the time. It was just like every
Yeah, I remember.
couple of months they had Colossus the Forbin Project. And so, oh no, not again. And now
Yeah.
people are upset that, oh, we can't see this movie. It's wrong. They don't let us see it. I was like, I hope I never have to see that again. Not that it was a bad movie. It just they showed it so much. Oh well. My I'm gonna need to run to the restroom. Is You probably need to go, so I may have Drew entertain the audience, unless you've got a couple things you could show for a minute or two. Yeah,
Um,
you're already on your mouse view.
yeah,
Um,
I could
yeah,
throw some
I'm not
stuff
gonna
in.
punish you. But I got to run because my stomach's out of
Here, hold
order.
on.
So I'll see you soon. I think I
Okay.
ate something that didn't agree with me.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
All right,
Really
take
take-
care. Thanks for showing us that stuff.
All right.
Okay, Drew.
Thank you for your time.
Oh man, I don't have time for this. All right, I'll be back.
Including my children, many of our families right now in the Spires. And thank you for clarifying these points for the record and for all of your efforts to keep us safe during the pandemic and so many other health crises we have faced over the decades. Mahalo, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Now recognize Dr. McCormick.
Thank you, Dr. Winston. It's been insinuated that politicians, only bloggers, only conspiracy theorists are disagreeing with you. I want to point out that I'm probably the only member of Congress that actually treated patients during the pandemic from the very beginning, the very end of the pandemic, during night shifts in the ER. Thousands of patients during that time. And in 2020, I was censored. My medical license was threatened because I disagreed with bureaucrats. Literally taken off the internet as a person who is treating patients with leading edge technologies, developing theories, but doing my very best, but being censored by the United States government. The first time stepping in and taking the place of medical professionals as the experts in healthcare. Any dissent surrounding COVID-19 treatments, mask mandates, any public policy surrounding the pandemic was immediately labeled as anti-science. I watched as public health officials and politicians told my patients what treatment options were best for them, regardless of their comorbidities or their medical history. Despite my education and my training and my experience, my opinions were relegated to conspiracy, misinformation by so-called healthcare experts who had never treated a patient throughout the entire pandemic. This has been a black eye in medicine and has highlighted why government should never insert itself in between patients and their healthcare providers. The American people deserve to make medical decisions in conversations with their physicians rather than politically motivated mandates. Dr. Fauci, did you ever treat a patient for COVID during the pandemic?
I was part of it that was at the NIH that took care. We didn't take care of many of them.
Okay, so not hands-on. Got it. Thank you. Why would I be criticized by a bureaucrat for doing my very best in the healthcare? This is
Oh boy.
but why? Who's never treated a patient?
What are people talking about here?
You're not there. You're not seeing patients. You're not watching people die. Intubating patients.
Nice move, good wilderness, says Fester. The They Live Funko Pop looks nice. Yeah, I mean there were good Funko Pops. I just I'm embarrassed to own any. I may have to put a case of Bud Light,
Pretty crazy.
buy a case of Bud Light for my new animation. Not a big beer guy, but they pop the doors. What? Off the cabinet, Gretu, unless you like them. Pop the doors off the cabinet. Cabinet. What are you talking about? Let's all go to the lobby. What cabinet? Yeah, I'm not sure. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others, they can say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
Thank you. Are all objections to COVID vaccinations ideological bullshit, Dr. Fauci?
No, they're not, and
Thank
that's
you.
not what I was referring to.
Well, in reference to making it hard for people to get education, traveling, working, I'd say it very much was in context. And I take great offense to this. Miss Allison Williams testified before this committee about losing her job because she sought an exemption for ESPN's vaccine mandate, which came from recommendations from bureaucrats like yourself. She and her husband were actively working with a fertility expert, a physician, on how to get pregnant, and agreed with the premise that she was young, healthy, wanted to get pregnant, and shouldn't get the vaccination for medical purposes. But she was fired because you made it hard, just like you said in your statement, because you didn't want to make sure that the ideological bullshit got in the way of her working, of living her life, of making a medical decision with her healthcare professional. I think Americans should take great offense to this. That's exactly what you meant when you said making it hard for people to live without getting a vaccination. You affected people's ability to work, travel, be educated, to actually flourish in American society, to self-determine, as we're all given God-given rights. Shame on you. Dr. Fauci, you become Dr. Fear. Americans do not hate science.
I finally figured out what Fester's talking about. Taking the doors off the cabinets. That makes sense. Except I'd have to save the doors probably in the garage. Okay, I think my wife would ultimately really like to make that into the kitchen. But when I've got it set up now as a library with these bookshelves, and then yeah, what Fester's talking about is if I unscrew these doors, then yeah, see, I can't really open this properly. Yeah, so if all the doors were taken off, it would look more like just library shelves. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's just a desperate attempt to, uh, find places to put all these books. Um, what's that female dead center screen back there? Okay. Here, Lady Death, possibly? Is that what you're talking about? Um, prob- no. Some of these are stuff from the 90s, like this. I forget what this devil girl was called. Same comics as the Lady Death, I think. Uh, over here are my EC Russ Cochran reprint editions. Um, from the room before with Drew. Oh, okay. Um, well, let's go look. Does anyone know what happened with Maranya today and the landlord? Is everything straightened out? How do I find it? Oh, let me go look at her GoFundMe. Maybe she put notes there. She said she would let everyone know. Um, she's got $5,100 raised to 4,000. We'll need the money before June 3rd, 2024. We'll be out on the street. All funds donated will be used to pay the back rent for us. And there's an update June 1st. She got to the goal. During my show, she got up to the goal. Spinner Rack Dave got her up to 4,000. And then since then, she's gotten $1,100 more donated. I just want to make sure she was able to avoid the problem and that the money was in her, that she got it, everything straightened out. Um, maybe I'm just worrying too much. But, um, okay, anyway, I'm looking for something from the room before with Drew. Okay, I set the camera down. I'm not feeling too good, man. I don't know what I ate. I think it was some, those Reese's peanut butter cup sticks. I think um, I had a couple that were kind of halfway melted, and I think it's okay. This must have been over here. Are you talking about this thing here? This really needs to be somewhere else. I think she's a villain from a series called Golden Girls or something. I don't know. I don't know. I may be wrong. Just something I got secondhand because I love these evil looking kind of character women. I'm sure someone knows that's watching what this is called. Oh, that this way. Who is she? Is this what you're talking about? Who else could it be?
Put in a very difficult position that I didn't like, having to contradict publicly the President of the United States. I took no great pleasure in that, but I felt it was my responsibility. He must have thought you did a great job. He gave you a commendation. Very well.
She has some kind of staff with it. No, it was a large ceramic statue in a corner. Oh, I know. This is a large stone statue of I don't know if it's supposed to be Cleopatra or a slave girl or what. It's probably meant to be yard art, but I just have always kept it in the house. It's pretty darn heavy. It's got to be that you're talking about, I assume.
The signage shows that leaks doesn't work, that when you attack that, you really are attacking science. Because science has shown that it doesn't work. That's what I meant when you attack me, you're attacking science. Thank you, Dr. Nate, for giving me that.
Okay, well, let me start purging Golden Age comics and replacing them with facsimile. It's nice, says John Goris.
You still don't know where it started? The guy you gave money to figured out in 3 days. No. Mr. Anderson said on January 31st, 2020.
Right. Yeah, it is really cool. I got that many years ago. Sometimes you'll pass by on the highway places with a bunch of statues that you can put in your garden. I saw that one. Okay, this one's actually pretty good. Oh, I probably need to change the Wi-Fi now that I've gone upstairs. Okay, let me check. I'm gonna pull this Indian fighter and replace it with Startling Comics, but now I gotta go to the restroom again. Oh man, so just leave. Oh. Okay, sorry. Actor Silver Age posted a thank you message video, so everything must have worked out for her. Yeah, I was muted. Sorry. Oh, okay. Well, but nice if. I guess that's how we were supposed to. Okay. It's another cool film statue. Looks like part of the lamp, maybe. Um, I guess you're talking about this statue. Yeah. Here's if you guys ever watched The Hypnotic Eye, this is Donny Osmond from that. And this is let me put Donnie and Marie in the other room here. Actually, maybe where would be a good place for it? Where? Oh, I know where to put Donnie and Marie Osmond. Right, the stereo dynamics to scare the hell out of your neighbors. Put Marie there, and we'll put. I'm starting to have these brilliant thoughts. Let's see. Okay, now that's perfect. Um, okay, so what you didn't hear because I was muted is I took this Indian fighter out. I'm going to put it in my boxes of gold. My box, two boxes that I have older comics, and I put Startling comics there. And next to that is Gunhawk, which I'd like to put in the other box, and I'll replace that with the Weird Mysteries. So here on the rack, I have two facsimiles instead of real comics from that time period. So that's what I'll do here. I've got to load some records into that jukebox. Maybe that's something that would be entertaining for you to watch. It's something I've been meaning to do for 2 years. Let's put on some music.
Let's suppose you just come up with a new software.
Okay.
Software.
This is a mid 60s jukebox, black light, Seabird.
How would you let anyone know?
You actually see one like it in the last episode of The Prisoner.
You clear and brisk, like me. Lightly bubbly, this one. And then you could add some words, mix it all together.
In the 60s, disco had a different meaning. It meant go-go rock music. So discotheque did not have the meaning it later did. Here's the calendar of Arlington history from 1983. None of that history of Arlington survived. They started tearing all that down in the 50s and 60s, not appreciating the old buildings. And then they realized they had none of their original town square left. They torn down everything. So they started trying to build new buildings that looked old here in Arlington, Texas. Tarzan over the radio. Okay. Oh, I need quarters, as I recall. I have some quarters downstairs. Where was the message from Dr. Silver Age? Was it on Instagram? Maybe Maranya on her Instagram posted something. Maybe that's my problem. I haven't looked at Instagram today. So how else are people supposed to convey messages? That's how they do it, through Instagram. What am I thinking? That's where I should have looked. YouTube. Oh, there's a video on YouTube. Okay. All right. Let's see if it's currently working. This will, of course, get me a copyright problem. I would just put the records in randomly, and then yeah, nothing's happening. Probably because there's no records in the spot that I requested. I just found a letter. Oh, that's almost about to fall. Found an envelope from John Goris. I need to put that with my John Goris collection. And someday he's going to be incredibly famous, and I'll have saved all of my stuff that he sent me. Okay, something's amiss here.
Palisades has the rise, Palisades has the fun. Come on over. Show some dancing or free, show some parking so cheap. Come on over. Palisades from coast to coast, where it's the most. Palisades amusement park, swing till late after dark. Ride the coaster, get cool in the waves, in the pool, you'll have fun. So come on over.
At the edge of the universe, 400 men and women are probing the immeasurable blackness of space. Their leaders are an Earthman with no fear, and a stranger with no heart. Travel beyond our time and solar system, into new galaxies, into worlds beyond your dreams. Star Trek, every week, in color, on the NBC television network.
It's a boy. It's a girl. That's my baby. Here I am.
Take my baby to the reggae house. My baby's gonna go crazy. My baby's gonna go crazy. All the girl can say is quack, quack. My baby's gonna go crazy. All night long, we will make it knock it. All the congas, party is closing. I guess that you is well right. I know that everybody knows that. Turn around and get you. Look at me. Oh, 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 my baby's gonna go crazy. My baby's gonna go crazy. That looks like a John Ford. Stupid name. My baby's gonna go crazy. My baby's gonna go crazy.
I'm gonna move this to the comic room. The what the this black light will help with the Marvel black light posters, and the jukebox that's in there would be better here. Because it doesn't have a door that has to be opened up. But right now I'm mystified what to do with this machine, and my friend Gerald would instantly know what to do, but he's not here. Meyer, if you're watching, what's the significance of this hat? Does it denote a certain rank? And when was it done away with? These two hats, my father's hats. Some more horses that should go with one of those German Western stagecoach sets. Maybe it's British, some kind of European thing.
This is 50,000 watt clear channel XCRV, Radio North America, Central Studios, Los Angeles.
God damn it. Oh, God damn it, motherfucker.
I believe for what you say when you say you won't stay with nobody else but me. I believe for what you say when you say you don't care. Nobody else but me. I believe, I believe, I believe, yeah, believe, baby. Believe I'll stay with nobody else but me. Well, there's one thing, baby, that I want you to
What's going on? What is going on? What are people talking about? CX and TOCC. I have no idea what you guys talking in code. I'm back. What do I miss? Sock hop at Gratus. Fester might know if he's still watching. Might need to show it a little longer. Love the organ music, says Missing Mars. I'm more into the spooky organ music. No, Gotham City Comics. I don't know what people are talking about. Also love the Ace Frehley doll on top of that counter. I wonder what happened. What, did you hear me screaming? The wheel went over my toe and then I smashed my hand as I between the door and the machine. One day I hope to make a kitchen in this house. So, yeah, I agree with this move. Yeah, 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 that kitchen's the closest. Oh, Miranya's here. Love that wood for the cabinets. It reminds me of the beach cottage my one uncle owned in North Carolina. Great memories. Miranya, did you apparently got everything taken care of? Thank you again, everyone, for your support. We're safe. What's the story? Do you mind coming on for a second and telling us? Did you communicate with the landlord, or how did it all work out? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'll put the link in case you want to. 'Cause last I saw, you had like an $1,100 cushion. Well, no, because they, like you say, YouTube takes a little cut, but still, you've got a cushion that'll probably help this from. Oh no, your toe is already mangled. Oh, it's a different toe. Anyway, yeah, I'm so glad. I was my Wi-Fi went bad last night on that England teen stream, so I disappeared. But I wasn't going to be able to say anything. Everybody's so a lot of people talking. We paid online. Husband communicated with landlord. They said main office got payment. Okay, so it's that impersonalized. I wanted a more dramatic movie ending, instead of just, oh, we clicked the button on a computer and everything's fine. I wanted you like, okay, to get this other thing in here, I'm gonna have to move some comic boxes. The Japanese knew how to do superhero TV shows. I'm telling you, these Common Rider shows are fantastic. And just like real comic books, the guys on Red Letter Media, I really admire those guys. They're brilliant. But this morning they were doing a review of Furiosa, and they were talking about the last Mad Max movie, Mad Max Fury Road. They were saying that was the best Mad Max movie, that it had exceeded Road Warrior. And to me, I don't know, that last movie was just so over the top. Road Warrior was so great. People are just so used to, they want nonstop. Road Warrior was a perfect movie, and that was a comic book movie. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is the drama I wanted to hear. The constable was on his way, but he went to his office and they said, go home. So it came that close. Awesome, Maranya, says my wife. Glad they made it that easy, at least that. OMG, on his way. No, yikes. That's so scary. What a crisis averted. Thank you. Well, yeah, you've got to put that money where you can't touch it, that extra money where no temptation will allow you to touch it, so that, because there's no telling what's coming in the next few months. I'd gotten 2 hours sleep and stayed up and was waiting for the knock. Oh, husband DM'd me on Facebook to let me know he got turned away. So I got another 4 hours sleep and I'm better. What time was this that the sheriff was on his way to your house? How early in the morning was this? Oh, she might still need it for bills, Gratz. Oh yeah, yeah. Does your husband get paid weekly or monthly? Um, we're reserving it for rent, basic bills. Yeah. Nightmare is over. Well, yes, but Joe Biden's still president. There, who knows what? You don't want to say that. All the movies they say, "Well, the nightmare." You don't want to say the nightmare is over, because the cliche is right when someone says, "Oh, the nightmare's," that's when Godzilla comes up out of the water, or you know, um, or Michael Myers, appears, and you're seeing it through his eye holes as he's son of a bastard. Fucking son of you. Fucker. Oh, God damn it. Anyway, I'm glad we could have been of service here on this channel, whatever we were able to do. What is going on with these people in the chat? What are people talking about? Nightmare's over. Weekly pay. Go, Brandon. Go, Brand. Okay. He will be gone soon. Okay, I get it. We got to hang tight till January. God willing, and the creek don't rise. That's a saying I learned growing up. It's about to get way more serious. I'm about to get way more serious about finances. That's some serious stereo speakers, or is that something else? I wasn't paying attention, but I think it's a jukebox. I'm grateful to everyone, says Maranya, donors and those who spread the word alike. Family came together, and I'm humbled and blessed truly. My wife says, I'm so happy for you. Missing Mars says, Maranya, hello, friend. Hello, Eminem. Okay, this is what I was doing, moving this jukebox into the comic room. And this is a highly collectible Seaberg 1965 discotheque. It's not really that collectible. It's not really that sought after, honestly, but it's you do see it in the last episode of The Prisoner. I think they're walking through like a cave and it's lined with jukeboxes, and this one is there. But the fact that it's got black light will help make these Marvel superhero posters pop. Let's try turning off the lights. Let's see. Well, don't really get the effect on StreamYard, of course. Uh, Missing Mars says, these are little victories. This was a huge victory in my book. Yes. So, yes, it was. And for you to go way over to, well, you got extra money. Also, Cleo was right about the jukebox. Yes, and I was right about Donald Trump. No one, we won't have these. I knocked the stupid Christmas tree over trying to move the damn jukebox. I can't blame it on a cat. Oh, man. Come on, man. Some of you may say it's too early to put a Christmas tree up. And to that I say, drop dead. Oh, goddamn. Oh, shit. It went right in my eye. Knocked all these, where did I put the camera? Oh, a few years ago, they had all these outer space ornaments at Target. So they all fell off the tree when it fell over when a jukebox knocked it over. I people saying, black light right below those Austin posters. Yeah, I have a black light. Yeah, she says that. These posters do glow a bit in the dark, but they really need black light to make those colors pop. Yeah. Well, there's a black light in the jukebox, but I do have some black lights up in the attic. But I'm not really sure about a black light in a comic book room because that's fluorescent light. And do I want to mess with this right now? Oh, the branches came off the tree. But they have these little oh shit, these little rocket ship ornaments and little Saturns and stuff. Sometimes Target used to have some cool stuff. I don't have any respect for Target anymore. It's another little ship. I refuse to shop at Target. It's easy for me to say because there is no Target here. It's like I could say I'm boycotting the NFL because of their, but I never watched it anyway, so that's kind of a very hollow thing. Anyway, so there's the jukebox now. Um, this is the kitchen. I've got an inflatable bed that I need to take to the basement that's sitting in here. Fantastic. Um, Aluminum tree. My Aunt Grace had one when I was little. That wheel of lights she put under it instead of string lights and those kind of trees. Yeah, I don't have one. Yeah, she says you gotta go pick up that food in about 45 minutes, Gratz. He needs the wheel. Yes, I do need a wheel. I do not have a wheel. Okay, so let me pull a few more. Let me get a few more facsimiles put there, and I'll put these real Golden Age comics in the other room. Yeah, that looks a little more dignified in here, I think. Very, I think it looks very sophisticated. Um, Buddy of mine says Missing Mars had a blacklight room in his basement with the walls covered in velvet blacklight posters. It was awesome. I've got some other black light posters. I've got a Jesus Christ Superstar black light poster, and I think I've got a Lone Ranger and Batman one. Okay. All right, so fantastic. Again, thank you very much to Night Tiger Comics for sending me this. It's made me go off on a quest to try to actually see that TV show, which I don't know how to do that since it doesn't seem to air anywhere. Um, but someday, this X-Men comic that's sideways, it's just been sitting here for a couple of years, waiting for me to figure out. Well, I guess you can bag and board it just like a regular comic. It's just gonna look sideways. They were trying to be innovative, I guess. Oh shit. I moved some comic boxes and I found this Green Beret model kit lid on the back behind them. All right. So let's put the Trump sign up here. What do you think? Or should the Trump sign go over the Planet of the Apes? Planet of the Apes treehouse. Okay. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think it should go here. Ah, shit! Motherfucker. No, I'm gonna put it in the other room. I already have a poster for that Green Beret model kit framed down in the basement, believe it or not. Um, uh, I gotta get a prominent. No, I don't know if that'll look good enough there. Is that even visible? Not really. I'll get a better place for it. What the hell are people talking about here? That light wood in your house definitely reminds me of that beach cottage in North Carolina. Those are the days of getting a stack of comics for $2 once a year. My wife says, what are your plans, Gretch? You going to stop streaming when you go get dinner and eat? Yes. I still have to still have to shower and the time is coming nigh to eat. Do you want to stream again after dinner? No, I don't. Frame that Green Beret model kit lid, cool art. No, I do not want to stream again after. I will stream again. I will stream no more forever. No, I will. What was that book? I will weep no more forever. Or what was the book about the Trail of Tears? Um, I'm looking for facsimiles. Um, here's one. Um, uh, I'm gonna do a stream Thursday. I'm gonna do a stream Wednesday before that will end before Graphic Man because he's yeah. There's some more. Excellent. Um, so yeah. Look at that, man. I got a Jungle Girl comic too. Look, a Sheena. Got Sheena, man. That's real Sheena. There's 3D Sheena. You can't even see what I'm pointing at. What's wrong with the camera work? Whatever, dude. Uh, well, we've got a few facsimiles here. What are people saying? Love the Trump 2024 under the Mighty Mouse on the wall. So accurate. You're not saying that Mighty Mouse reminds you of Donald Trump or Donald Trump reminds you of Mighty Mouse? I don't know. I bought that sticker like 3 years ago before anyone even, I guess we all knew he was going to run. When we were moving here, one of the trips moving here, I got it at a gas station. Okay. Speaking of Mighty Mouse, let's pull this real Mighty Mouse comic and replace it with Robot Men of the Lost Planet facsimile. And then let's replace this Toy Town. Again, thank you. This was an act of kindness gift from Night Tiger Comics. Let's replace that with Rocket to the Moon. What else should I replace? Is that a exciting fun for $1.19? Batman game by Milton Bradley, only $2.66. Batman and Robin Button, 33 cents. Authentic cape. Is this the same comic? Not the same issue, but is this the same title that Captain Strangelove was selling the other day? I'm still, well, no, I don't have $30. I'm still tempted to get that. Okay, oh, let's replace this. Let's replace this Flintstones comic with this Space Detective. That's why these facsimiles are so cool, is it can make it look like you're some high dollar comic collector that really has all these cool old comics. Um, I think I'll put this here and replace this cool Dick Tracy. How often do you see a full frontal facial view of Dick Tracy? Usually you see side views of Dick Tracy. Like Mighty Mouse, Trump is a superhero. That is the correct thing to say. We've tested Maranya and she has passed with flying colors. Just wanted to, I wasn't quite sure, where she stood. I guess if she's not going on England Toon Show all the time, she can't be a pinko. Straight. Oh my gosh. All right, so now I've got all these Golden Age comics I need to file. And, oh, look, it's Iron Man, Maranya, on this box of Kleenex. Unfortunately, I got crunched. I'm one of these idiots that saves Kleenex boxes. Coca-Cola 20-ounce plastic bottles have Marvel characters on them now. Uh, it's a weird world, man. Who would have ever thought in 1975 someday Wolverine would be on a bottle of Coke and Daredevil stuff? But that's just. Oh, here's another one that's not. See, I actually have two copies. This is a mint condition one. Because my wife's always buying Kleenex, so if I gotta get Kleenex, you might as well get the one that has the Marvel superheroes on it. This is from a few years ago. So don't try to go find this now. Should have auctioned off this flip phone. No, I would never do that. That was always my dream as a little kid, that I'd someday have something that looked like what they had on Star Trek, and then later I actually had it and I didn't appreciate it. Now it went away and they don't have things like that. What a tragedy. Que lastima. 20 people are watching me move boxes around the room. Don't you guys have lives? If you're watching and you're not subscribed, would you subscribe? Because I lost 2 subscribers over the weekends. Just because I'm an asshole doesn't mean you have to unsubscribe to me. Okay. Sorry about all the profanity when I was moving things. I was trying. Yeah. That's what old guys do, right? At least that's what I learned in my household growing up when my father was working. Remember the time he was up on this towering chimney and the ladder fell and he had no way to get down, and he was cursing and throwing tools down the chimney to try to get my mom's attention to put the ladder back up. Um, yeah, you learn curse words in the army. Did you know that? Here's another box of Kleenex. This one has Rocket Raccoon. I don't have this is an Iron Man free Kleenex box. Guess I should put all the Kleenex boxes together. How about that? This room is actually starting to look better. Is it almost 5? Hell, it says it's almost 11 o'clock. I think I need a new battery in that clock. What are people talking about here? I sadly can't drink Coca-Cola because of the lime oil in the formula. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. But an Iron Man bottle of Coca-Cola would be pretty cool. I don't know that I saw an Iron Man one. I think there was a Rocket Raccoon one, a Daredevil one, and a Wolverine. But it's not really cool because it's the paper wrapper on a 20-ounce plastic bottle that has the character. I could go show you. I just drank one. It's downstairs. I'm moving boxes and watching you move boxes, says Meyer. Missy Mars says, Meyer. Maranya says, hey, I've let loose some of George Carlin's 7 words you can't say on TV a few times when appropriate. Missy Mars says, Maranya, ha ha ha. I guess that's a ha ha face. Okay, so the character of the comic room has changed with this edition of this new jukebox. And now I need to clean up this mess here. And it's the current state of things. Oh, I've got 2 new stickers I got to bring up here. Let's do that before. Let me check the time. 4:29. Yeah, I've got to put some stickers on these boxes. Whenever I've done cleanups, it always looks like a bomb hit halfway through before I finish the cleaning. It looks like a bomb finishes before, after, and during. It's me. I was recording that stupid Fauci idiot. I bet that's over now. I'm probably recording dead air. Yeah, when you order, yeah, it's over. When you order from Kevin at Gotham City Comics, you need to request his promotional stickers. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and it's Juggernaut. But even I'm not stupid enough to save a bottle of Coca-Cola with a wrinkly sticker. Of course, I don't know. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. If you want to collect that, who am I to make fun of you for being an idiot? These stickers here look really great on the front of a comic book box. So, and he's making T-shirts too that are coming soon. What is going on here? Morania says the trick is not to reorganize too much for me because I end up misplacing things before I clean because I clean them. Also, find lots of stuff too. Fulci is better than Fauci. Yes, Fucci says missing Mars. So what am I doing? What am I doing? Any of you 20 people know what this is? Is this from the Golden Girls? I mean, not the TV show about the older ladies, but I think she's a villainess. And she has a staff somewhere. I've got it. I know I do. Things get misplaced in a move. Damn. I tell you, Meyer, if you're watching, I went through a move. If you're going through a move, just imagine Captain Strange Life moves. I hope he's not watching this. I don't want to discourage him, but he's going to need some help. If you live anywhere close to him, that would be he'll need some help. He's going to be moving pretty soon. I don't know, probably within a year. I don't know. Okay, so how many of you think I've got copyright claims for that music playing on the jukebox? What is this? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so I'm looking up my Silver Age boxes. Here's 2 boxes that don't have stickers, so let's find a place to put you guys. I'm gonna have to move this puzzle kit of Cornelius, Lucius, and Zira back a little bit to give you some space. John Gora says, I got a can from some energy drink company like 8 years ago. of them promoting Fury Road. Was that 8 years ago? I kept it a while, almost tossed it, then crushed it. Looked way better than kept it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't accept what they were saying at Red Letter Media that Fury Road was better than the Road. That's that's kind of ridiculous. And it was kind of a fun movie, but in a way, if you take your wife along to that, she's not really into that. It's not a really great. Yeah, it might have been different if I'd gone with guys to see that movie, but she was clearly very uncomfortable watching that movie, and I mean, it was. And I was aware that she was uncomfortable, and I think she was already half sick from something else, and yeah, not a not a great date movie. This is Gotham City Comics sticker. So what you got to do is just bend over a corner. I don't know if you've ever put a sticker on something before. Some of you may not get out much. Probably if you're watching this show right now, you're probably somewhat mentally disabled or brain damaged. So I'll talk to you like children. Let's see. Come on, man. It was so easy before that I insulted the viewers, and now I've made myself an ass clown. Okay, so yes, indeed. I got to get the air bubbles out. Fantastic looking. Well, everything worked out for Maranya. That's fantastic. It was last Wednesday that the comic book frog contacted us. Was it Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Is that Oh, I think there's people on the roof. They told me they were coming today to take measurements of our roof. So somebody's walking on the roof. Cleo, if you're watching, that's what's going on. Yeah, they told me. Oh, shit. It's my brand new phone. It has a case. God damn it. What? Kevin, you still with us? Says Missing Mars. Gee, I wonder why people unsub. LOL, says my wife. I jumped off a jungle gym set at my grade school day. Take two. John Gora says, I jumped off a jungle gym set at my grade school one day, landed on my head. Hasn't been the same since. Well, um, yeah, but whatever happened was for the best because it's caused you to be brain damaged enough to create some fantastic cinema. Um, what is that little what is that little thing? Do you see that little thing there? Have I damaged my phone? Oh man, what is that little dot? You see it's right on my lip. Yes, I'm here. Okay, so anyway, you see how the boxes are enhanced with these stickers. And then this one's an old style sticker, and this one's a John Gora sticker. It just it brings the whole collection together. And then this is an idea I stole from a comic store I used to shop at. They would put these little photocopies on the front of boxes. That looks kind of neat. So I did that. Anything to make the boxes look less ugly. Well, I probably should go say hi to the people walking on my roof, and I need to head off, and we're going to have some chicken fried steak and some other stuff that hopefully will kill me very quickly. because then I can be hopefully in heaven and not in Joe Biden's America anymore. So chicken fried steak, I figure will do the trick. Let's see. Missing Mars is so into this. Ask Smoking Joe for that Asia album cover garbage pail parody sticker, please. Yeah, I know what it feels like, Missing Mars. He saw that sticker and he is so into it. He must be a big Asia fan. Yeah, I saw that. He had other album covers done too. It's working, says my wife. I don't know what that means. I will. I haven't gone to his place yet. Missing Mars, he will set you up. Don't worry about it. Green beans and mashed potatoes. With, yeah, the guy's out on the roof, man. That's creepy, man. It's like a horror movie. Like Spider-Man's on the roof. I got the Queen one, thanks. Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah, they're taking measurements. So soon there'll be a lot of work here at the Hotel Orloff. People banging and hammering. It's happening all over town after that horrible hailstorm on the 26th. And then a neighboring town, about 50 something miles away, got far worse a few weeks later um, um, where their houses were just completely gone. So I shouldn't complain. Maranya says, Cleo, please point Gratu to my comment about the doll. Let me go back up and see what's going on. Some comment about a doll. Crushed Fury Road can feels right because of the subject matter, not perfect future. Doll, 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 doll. No doll there. No doll. What doll? Tell me what doll you're talking about. Yeah, I don't see any comment about a doll. Um, Tell me what doll you want to see. There's dolls everywhere around here. Um, there's an authentic Captain America puppet from the 60s that some hippie got a hold of. Look, they put a little beard on him, and it says, I, Captain Hippie. And he's got some acid, and it says, Pot I Puffless. And he's got an upside down peace sign on his chest. So it's part of Americana. Captain America and the counterculture all brought together in one collectible. But that's probably not the doll that she's talking about. God damn you fucking. The comment is above Eminem's comment about the Asia cover. Okay. It says, yes, I'm here. All I see is a crushed Fury Road can feels right because maybe your comment didn't appear. Did you use curse words? The trick is not to reorganize too much for me because I end up misplacing things. The thing about cleaning up bomb. Um, 7 words. Yeah, I don't think the comment got to me. Yeah, you need to retype the comment because um, sometimes maybe they thought it was a threat or a curse word or something. You never know what these AI robots might think. They're all diseased, satanic. I didn't see her comment about a doll either. Yeah, it got hijacked by the internet. Yeah, just tell us the comment again. You can't trust the internet. That's Mr. Spock there, Leonard Nimoy. They don't even have his name on the poster. What's going on, man? Vampire aliens abducted the comet. Quite possibly. Okay. And with that, it is 4:44. I probably need to. It takes me about 1 minute to drive to this place with the food, and I have 16 minutes to get there, so I better hurry. Turn off all this electricity. Man, he's falling over. Is an original Darth Vader collectible from came out in early 78, I guess. All right. Prior Tech was asking, yeah, bringing the food home. Yeah. Then relaxing. Um, yeah. I'm going to be doing a lot of working on the house this week. What the hell was that? Oh, there's a message that came in on Instagram from Rania. Uh, um, Arg, I'm out of green juice. I'll get you some green juice on the way. Sound gone. Yeah, is it back now? Okay, so Marania was talking about that little villainous doll with the white streaks of hair that I think is from something called Golden Girl. I can live stream to the restaurant and shut it off when I get there if you want back. And she also wanted me to thank Adam because apparently he sent a donation and he's incognito on YouTube. So that's really cool that he sent that donation. Um, I Please go get some green juice, then pick up the food. I will. I'm just making sure all the lights are turned off. Like this one here, I need to replace that bulb. That was one thing I was wanting to do. Yeah. So I wonder if that guy's still on the roof. Um, yeah. Remember these signs, these postcards? I gotta fix the Christmas tree. I'll do that later. Okay, I'll show that doll again. Anyway, yeah, thank you to the people that donated to, from this show. Yeah, I think probably the people that watch this show probably are responsible for at least, not to brag, but a couple thousand of that 5,000, I think. And that's really generous. I think that's great. So thank you. And you really helped someone out. And that's was a real blessing for her. And it's something that karma will come back to you, I guarantee. Yeah, that was really neat. That was really a pretty amazing experience. And it hasn't even been a week since it started last Wednesday. Okay, I'm looking around trying to figure out what I'm doing. Just okay. All right. Oh, this light's on. This light I hate because I don't know how I'm ever going to replace it when it burns out. Because look, how do you? I guess you got to get a stick and with a little. I, I would have to hire someone to replace that bulb for me. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's called Golden Girl, and it was called that before the Golden Girls sitcom went on the air. I'm pretty sure it's like a He-Man knockoff, isn't that? Let's get it in the light. Oh, come on. Place that bulb with an LED one. They last 10 plus years. I didn't know they had LED lights for those little tiny bulbs. I imagine they do. Oh well, that might have been the She-Ra line or a knockoff of it's not an official He-Man. 100% not. I think I got it on the card and I took it off the cards. That's why I'm thinking it's called Golden Girls. You jump and hang in the air. Oh wait, that might have been the She. Yep, Golden Girl came out before She-Ra. Okay, well that solves that dilemma. What's the name of the character? Okay, wallet, keys. What did I do with my belt? Oh, sunglasses are good. Where's my belt? Okay, well, doesn't matter. Oh, that I don't remember, but I have her. It was your rendition of Anticipation by Carly Simon that raised so much money during the telethon. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't credit it to that. But it might have raised a little bit. It was a pretty good rendition. Well, new comments. What is that? Okay. The day and say on Monday they were going to be. Okay. Golden Golden Girl Vultura is the doll you have. Yeah, I kind of like the villainous dolls from lines of toys. Dr. Five says, to change that light bulb is easy. I'll show you how when we stop by for a visit. All right. Yeah. She's one of the villains in the doll line. Oh, so there's other girl villains in the doll line. I'll have to look that up. Is it something that's really collectible or it costs a lot of money, or is it something that He-Man collectors kind of turn their nose up at? What is going on? Donald J. Trump Jr. started a live video on Instagram. I bet that's going to be good. I kind of like the villain dolls for the gym line better than the hero ones. Or they were called the Misfits, right? Dr. Five stops by, you better live stream it. Yeah, well, I don't know when he's coming, but we'll do a show together. Hopefully he can stay for a few days. That would be great. But he'd be on his way through to see his son.
Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Okay. I still have cracks in my windshield. We got to get the safe light. We've already paid the safe light people, but some people replacing a roof.
Highs in the lower 80s. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 60s. Northwest wind.
I always thought this house used to be a church, but it never was. It was always just a house. But it's like they got a window broken.
Friday, sunny. Highs around 80. Friday night, mostly cloudy. A slight chance of showers until midnight, then a chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the upper 50s. A chance of rain 30%. Saturday, mostly sunny. A slight chance of showers in the morning. Highs in the lower 80s. Chance of rain 20%. Saturday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. Sunday, mostly sunny. There's another tree around the bend.
God, I hate Bruce Springsteen.
Lows in the mid 60s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour.
Thanks the Golden Girl doll is B. Arthur. That's crazy. You had such severe hail that it ruined your roof. Oh yeah, and they said it was so. Any roof wouldn't have lasted through it, because it was baseball size. But where I used to live in Texas, they got hit by hail that was 5 inches across. So if we were still back in Arlington, it would have been even worse. So my old house got hammered back there in Rotuville.
And Atlantic.
Oh, it's not worth getting a copyright claim over that song.
At Kansas City, it was cloudy. Now for a few weather conditions around the region. At Grand Island, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 83 degrees with a heat index of 85. In Sioux Falls, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 83 degrees with a heat index of 84.
That's right.
At Minneapolis, St. Paul, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 80 degrees with a heat index of 83.
Well, the gasoline is $2.89 right now, but I hear that it's about to go way up because they're going to cut production in Saudi Arabia leading into the election.
For this afternoon and tonight, a few isolated north severe storms are possible this afternoon.
Which means they want Trump to be president here.
And now the extent.
All right, now let's see what people say. We're making plans to see our son in Utah, and we'll stop by. Pea-size is all I've ever seen. Drill baby drill, says Gotham City Comics. Yeah. All right, man. Well, let's leave this here. I'll get the drinks real quick. And probably isn't safe leaving it there. No, I don't think so. Not a brand new phone. Even though there's no crime in this town, we're on a highway and this is a gas station and people drive through from other towns and they look through the window and see us iPhone there. They could. I don't recall ever seeing hail except in the Ten Commandments movie. Seriously. Yeah. Well, something else about that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'll see you guys later. Bye.